What's up, gangsters? It's Andrew.
And Brent with Crown the Empire, and you're watching AMBY TV.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to round 3 with Andy and Brent from Crown the Empire. Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
What's up? How are you two doing?
I'm so beat up on my day.
You've had quite the last 24 hours.
No, our bus broke down in Montreal, and so we got 2 rental vans, and we made it over here. But we found out.
Vans, they were like SUVs.
But you told me your sleepover was absolutely fabulous.
It was so bad. It was so bad. But we found out. We thought it was going to be fine, but we found out that we might have to drive back to Montreal to get the bus from there and drive it to New York. So it's going to be like a 24-hour ordeal that's going to turn into like the whole next 3 days ordeal.
So you just got to power through.
That's all we can do. You got to roll with the punches.
And we're going to have our cases, have Blackfoot Brides take our cases across, our gear.
Okay.
But they're going across the border tonight, and they have to have a manifest. So they're like, maybe you guys are just going to be screwed.
Oh, no.
So we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
if we might just have to throw it in the Great Lake and
Hope it just
drown
its way
it's your
over.
drum set mostly. It's those cases.
Is that the
are
thing that's
huge.
taking up the most space?
Yeah. Just
because they don't have guitar cabs.
Ever thought of like air drumming?
Yeah. Just play over the PA and I'm like, sure, I won't screw up.
yeah. Electronic kit.
Yeah.
Smart. Look,
Yeah?
we just
Is
came
that
up with an
something
idea,
you'd be
right?
against, or?
Kind of.
Okay, because I know that's real hit and miss. with
Yeah,
drummers,
people
so
will hate
touchy
on it
subject.
for
I
sure.
would play one like if I was like I saw this one like cover band in Vegas and they were playing in like a hard rock, like almost like a room like this, really small, and the drummer had an electronic kit.
Okay.
In those kind of settings would be cool.
Okay, certain situations it's all right.
Yeah, and they're also like $5,000. So
Really?
they're ridiculous. The good
They're
ones.
not even real.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just learned something.
Yeah.
You can
No
get
no
the cheap
idea.
ones, but the ones that are actually playable.
Okay.
Thousands of dollars.
Dumb.
I like you're just shaking your head.
Dumb.
Dumb.
Ridiculous.
Well, in the first couple of interviews that we did together, we definitely tackled Retrograde, latest record release.
Yeah.
And the biggest question that we had going into this interview, round 3, is what is happening music-wise? The giggle right there kind of tells me.
There it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
We're playing a new song tonight. We've been opening with it the whole tour.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
called 2020 right now.
Oh, we dropped
It's
the
the first
name.
time we dropped the
Said
name.
it. I've never
But-
said it. Say it
But
again.
I mean-
Say it again. Slow motion.
2020.
Wow. Yeah. Sounds good.
In hindsight, it sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
Get it? In hindsight, 2020.
Killing Andy
Yes,
over there.
But,
Yeah.
it could always change. I don't until I see the record printed with like shrink wrap on it. Then I believe it's done. Like, hey, the record's done. It's mixed and mastered. I'm like, yeah, right. And like 2 days later, it's like we got a new mix and master back.
Yeah.
It's like,
Happens all the time.
I don't believe it.
Or when the
until-
songs are named the wrong thing.
That happens.
The
really?
Fallout happened. Remember? What was it? It was originally,
What's the original name for the Fallout?
no. It was Graveyard
Oh.
Souls was originally,
Journals.
journals.
And was it a misprint? Did
Yeah.
you have
So
to say-
online, it's
Really?
journals and, yeah. Everywhere else is Graveyard Souls.
Okay. And
So
do you-
that happens.
Do you find it difficult writing on the road? Is that something that you have been doing? Or have
We-
you been putting time aside?
Well, here's what happened. We started yesterday, and then the bus broke down.
Okay,
So we're like, here
put
we
on
go.
hold.
Like, this is it, guys. You guys ready? Here we go. And then, nah, just,
That's right. So.
yeah,
Okay.
no place to do anything. So, I don't really know yet, but we'll
All
find
right.
out whenever things get back into motion.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep up and
Yeah.
see what goes down.
Yeah.
Well, as you mentioned before, you mentioned Blackfield Brides. You also have Asking Alexandria on this tour. Aside from those things that have been happening the past couple of days, the last 24 hours, you did say you're really just feeling the feels, as kids say these days. So
Good.
what's been giving you those vibes so strong?
It's great. It just this tour. There's so many people like that are coming out. These shows are huge, and people have no idea who we are, and it's great. It's cool to be able to impress people and people that are enthusiastic about being there too. We're playing tours where people don't give a shit about. Can I say that? I can say
Go
that.
for it. You can swear as much as
People,
you want.
okay. Yeah. Fuck. People don't really care when you're opening for some acts. They're there for their specific. I feel like I don't know why I use it as an example, but like ICP fans, I feel like they don't care about anybody other than ICP.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But this one has been really fun to impress people and make new fans and meet new people.
Is it kind of like a challenge? Like you got to win them over?
That's
and-
great. Yeah.
Yeah?
It gives me like it gives me like a sense of like I can do this. Like you love me, damn it, fucking love me. So yeah.
What's been going on with these insane handshakes we've been seeing on stage? Yeah.
Oh, the
how did
handshakes.
these start?
the real story of how they started, I guess, was I was watching the NBA handshakes video, the compilation on YouTube, and you walk by and you're like, psh, and laugh it off, and then you like kept watching it. You're watching the whole thing. Then Brandon comes by and does the exact same thing, and we're all just watching them. And then by the end of the night, we all each had a different handshake that we all come up with. And then I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we did them on stage? But I didn't want to say anything. And the next day, Hayden was like, we gotta do the handshakes on stage. And I was like, all right. So then we like right after sound check, we're like, okay, this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna go hit Andy first, and we're gonna peel off and then hit Tree. And Andy's gonna hit Brandon on stage right.
This whole choreographed thing going on.
We're killing it. They just get more and more complex as it goes on. It's gotten to the point where we'll go out to bars and stuff, and Taddie will be like just hanging out with a random girl, like teaching her a handshake. And she's like, it spreads. It's like our own little gang.
It's the way that you accept people.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the camaraderie, and I like as musicians, we should have rhythm and timing, so we should be able to do that if anybody can.
Yeah.
Is there one you have that you could just go to right now between the two of you?
The easy one. The easy one. That's
Very
the easy
nice.
one. That's just like the low-key easy one, yeah, like
Okay.
in passing. But there was more complex.
Oh, you put one in a story recently. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Brandon and I's new one's ridiculous. It's like 6 or 8
You're going
moves.
up or down.
You're gonna have to take out a song out of your set just to make time for it.
Dance moves and everything.
And something else I noticed that you've been doing is just hitting up a lot of different restaurants and trying as many hot things as you can.
Oh, it's my
the hot
favorite
sauce.
thing.
And sometimes you can handle it. Sometimes it looks like you're about to cry.
Yeah, I cry a lot. Not like, I mean, not emotionally. But I love spicy food. It's just been like a fun thing. And when you want to talk shit to your friends and call them out on stuff that they say that's dumb, it started off as a challenge. We'd be like, are you saying this? Like, is this real? What you're saying to me right now? And we're like, yeah, for sure. Like, bullshit. We're gonna look it up. Loser has to take like a mouthful of hot sauce. I'm like, okay, do it. And that was the punishment. Yeah. So people were like, you have to really know what you mean.
Yeah.
But now we like it. The one day we got these the hot wings for the punishment specifically, and Brandon was like, "Bart, bet me you do something," or like challenge me, and we're like, we didn't feel like it. We were just like, no, like it has to come organically, and he was just like, all right, I'm just gonna eat one now. And it's not punishment if you're voluntarily eating this. So we had to step it up to the real.
Yeah, he's a glutton for punishment, eh?
Yeah, it's brutal. And we also got them from fans. I ended up tweeting, and like since I started recording it, we got more and more. And I was like, you know what? I'll give tickets to whoever can give me some like the most fucked up hot sauce you can get me. And so we got like 5 or 6 that tour.
Wow.
Brutal.
Yeah, and we went up there like to the no joke ones too.
It was childproof locks, like everything, the whole deal. Oh, it's so bad.
It's bringing back memories. I can sense
I know, like I put PTSD. No, I'm sweating just thinking about it.
Apparently, you've been having a lot of young kids coming out to the shows too, especially the headline run you just did.
Yeah.
Does that kind of bring back a lot of memories from when you used to go to shows as a kid, or why did that really touch you? Because I noticed that you sent out a couple things about that.
It was cool. I don't know. I don't realize just because I've been doing it for so long that I guess you just kind of get jaded to the fact that like this is what I do. Like I do this every day. It's no big deal. But on the headline run specifically, people coming out and telling us like this is the first show I've ever been to, and I'm like, what? I was like, this one? Like you chose this one? But it's a cool feeling to kind of have people mind blown by an experience that may be something that I didn't really I don't appreciate all the time sometimes.
It's cool to see like fans of ours that they bring their kids too, because like there are parents that are just like, you're not going to a rock and roll show until you're 16 or whatever. Then there's like little dudes with Crown of the Empire in like the front row. And I'm like, this kid's gonna be awesome.
That's sweet. What were the first gigs that you went to?
I saw Kiss.
That was the
Pittsburgh.
first one.
My first concert.
Damn, that's a good first concert.
And it was killer because I was always afraid of them. I was supposed to go.
Afraid of Kiss?
Yes.
Like nightmares and stuff?
Because he's like, he like breathes fire on stage. And
Yeah, and the blood split.
So yeah, I was like 6 or 7.
Right.
And my dad surprised me with tickets, and I just started crying. I was like, I can't go. I was too overwhelmed, and I was so mad that I didn't do it. So I went the next year and saw Kiss, but I was like, it was in a big arena, and I was like far stage right, and I saw them put like their guitars on, like warming up and getting ready. I was like, oh my god, they're real people, and I was like, I want to do that forever.
Huge.
But yeah,
Was that the moment?
Yeah.
It was.
And ever since then,
I was
Taddie's
like-
breathed
I was like-
fire on stage ever
I
since.
was like, I
Spitting
could
blood
totally.
everywhere.
Spitting blood on people.
My uncle blew fire on stage once.
What?
Bacardi 151 lit his drumstick on fire.
No shit.
Yeah, it was the last
So
show
hard.
at this
You
one
won't.
venue.
You
I was
won't.
about to ask, would you ever?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. If I was
Well,
trained.
tonight you're gonna see it today.
Here in Toronto.
Yeah,
I
Crown
need
the
a
Empire,
firefighter.
face burnt off on
Someone needs to
stage.
come
Horrible
out.
freak
Yeah,
accident.
that's the headliner. That's right for the first encore.
Yeah, I'll be sword swallowing too. We're just gonna be doing tons of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and then the handshakes. Someone swallowing and fire breathing.
Handshakes.
That's when we'll do it.
What was your
Right,
first
and
one?
Mine was it was a church concert. I went to private school in Atlanta for a few years, and there was this band called Casting Crowns. It's not as exciting as Taddie's story at all, but it's just like a gospel thing, and I was like, moving around and being in a new place, I was like, I don't know people, I don't know what's going on here, or anything that's going on, but I can get behind music, like I can just listen to songs, and so that was the first one, and they were like a legit band. And then when I moved back to Dallas, I went to my first like festival, and there was so many bands. I think it's the first time I saw like a Mice and Men and stuff.
Okay,
like the
cool.
first time I'd actually seen any of those guys was I want to say Unsilent Night in like 2010, 2011 or something like that in Dallas. And since then we've been doing festivals there with Mike Zemer and everything like that. But
Very cool.
yeah, it was cool.
Isn't it how things come full circle? And now you're seeing these
Really
kids,
weird.
and you're like, that was me.
Yeah,
A little while back.
Feels good.
You know what my second concert was?
I do not.
Kiss. Again.
What was the third one?
The third one was probably AFI.
Oh, this is really
Oh.
solid first show.
Yo Gabba
Appreciate
Gabba
it.
Live was number 3.
It was AFI by themselves with like a DJ.
Oh, weird.
They
Really?
just like didn't take out support. I was like, that's so cool.
I feel like that's a band that everybody gets behind, but I never really fully listen to.
Besides
Okay.
the stuff I make you listen
Yeah,
to.
except for the one
Oh,
you play.
yeah? Is that something that happens on rides? You're like, this is a great album.
All the time. No, Taddie will get a drink. He's like, listen here.
I was like,
Yeah, when we were kids, hold on, let me put on
was
this.
the shit.
Yeah, let me play you something.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I get really drunk, the classic rock comes out.
Oh.
That's when you know. If you steer your REO Speedwagon or something on the bus, you take that aux cord away from
Game over.
Is there anything you'll each play that you're just sick of the other one playing?
Oh,
was here.
oh,
Or would you
dude.
dabble into some questionable
It's
things?
just
Hayden
goddamn
Tree's
trap.
Queen.
Trap. He's the trap queen.
The trap
He's
queen.
trap
He's gonna see this. He's gonna know, but he has to know that fucking trap at fucking 10 a.m. It's too. You can't play Cardi B before 6 p.m. Right?
We decided that yesterday. Cardi B came on at like 4 o'clock.
Band
I
rule.
was like way too early for
In
this.
a restaurant, we're just like, it was like
Uncensored too.
yeah, uncensored.
Bitch, you can't fuck with me. And I was like,
And
oh, there's no way.
Older people there, and then, like that one mom I pointed out. I'm like, shit, her head's gonna blow up.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
But-
No.
And, that Nicki Minaj video when they
Yeah.
show Only, like those kids will show their mom, they'll play Only by Nicki Minaj, and the moms just like freak out. They're like, oh my god, no, turn it off.
Well, I have a couple of tweets that I would like to hear more about from you two.
Oh,
So when we
yeah.
did this last time, people loved it. And they're like, okay, when you do this, we gotta do this round
Yeah?
again.
All right, I'm
so
down.
first off, I just have to clarify something. Why is your Twitter handle Daddy Butter?
Daddy butter.
Why?
It was it was a working title for
Still is.
it still is a working title.
Daddy
yeah.
Butter is still the name of that song.
Seriously? Are we gonna see
Yeah,
that
for
on
now. No, it's not gonna be
Okay.
down. It's just the working title for one of the demos we were laying down,
Yeah,
and there was
our
like a
work-
handful of names to pick from, and we
Our
were just
working
like,
titles are hysterical. The 2020, the song we're playing tonight, its working title was Avocado Toast.
yeah.
Okay. So like a
Because-
breakfast theme going
Yeah,
on?
it was like LA. I guess there was there's a few Corn Dog City. I guess just food in
Food.
general. Yeah.
Well,
Salmon time, yeah.
Should have been
Salmon
salmon
time?
tartare.
Yeah.
It should be salmon tartare. When we write it,
Yeah,
the
that's
new,
it, yeah.
new title for it.
Yeah, it just fits. It just made sense at the time.
Oh my gosh, I want to see this in store. Just pick up
Yeah,
the new
just,
record.
all
It's
the-
just working titles,
Yeah.
please.
Accidentally said all the working titles.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Happened before.
Well, the first actual tweet I have here is from Brent. You posted a photograph of a bookstore, and the section was Christian fiction, and you wrote redundant as fuck with the cry emoji. That made me laugh so much.
That's a good one.
I guess I don't try to make points or like take sides of like politics or religion online, but there's so much like I don't know, so much negativity has surrounded like that like cult following of religions, and I would just like saw Christian fiction. I was like, what could this possibly be? Like fake stories about fake other stories, or is it just like what happened? Like Noah's and the Ark. He actually took 4 of
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
and then this one. Like,
Jesus is a
what?
biker in this one.
Yeah, it's like Sons of
I
Anarchy.
like to
but-
picture my Jesus as a front row of Leonard Skinner concert.
Because even if you do believe in Christianity, they still didn't know what happened back then. They were just accounts, and they would go like categorize what they were teaching in the churches or what they were preaching, and it was so long ago. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like those stories where like when people were like Vin Diesel's gay, and people just believed it. Like without looking it up, you know, it's just like an urban legend that just stuck.
I like that.
But it just stuck around for long enough. Like, yo, did you hear Vin Diesel's gay? I was like, yeah, everybody knew that, but he's not. He's been married for 10 years. Like, you don't know. It's just you could pass it along.
The next tweet here is, Harry Potter tattoos are the alternative girl's infinity sign tattoo. Is that a tattoo that gets on your nerve? Or
It's just a true fact. And I think I got a lot of flack for that one. So many people were really, really upset about it.
Not my Harry Potter tattoo.
No, mine's different.
I know, right?
Mine's
How many of
different.
your followers were like,
so
no.
many. But like even people that wouldn't dare retweet it responded. Were like, yo, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Someone's like listening to us on the way back from church with a Harry Potter tattoo.
They're
And they're just gonna be
like,
like, I hate them now. They don't believe what I believe in.
Yeah, I'm proud of
Hate
that
them.
one. No, I'm definitely proud of that one.
Okay, it was a good one.
I like that one too.
All right, the last tweet here is from Brent. You said, why don't they let smart people work at airports?
Oh my, they don't. They
So what
really.
is the story behind that one?
I never saw that one.
So we were in Paris at the airport, and we came through as a group with a ton of gear. And we said we waited in line. We went up to the next available attendee, and she was like, looked at all our stuff and was just like, I can't help you. Like somebody else probably can, but I just can't. She just didn't want to do anything.
The worst.
And we were there 4.5 hours early for our flight, and we almost missed it.
Wow.
That was a bad one.
How long did it take for someone else to come? Like, she just ignored?
There was like a chain of command they had to work
They
through.
just kept pushing us to place after place, and no
Yeah.
one knew what was going on.
Yeah.
They were like, we were told to go here, and like, no, you weren't. I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like you calling.
I'm
First
just
of all,
making this all
I was like,
up.
are we gonna have to fight in the airport right now? Yeah, that was they were not chill there.
Oh, no.
No, they don't like us. French people don't like us. Even if they speak English, sometimes they won't speak English to you just
Yeah.
out of spite.
I've noticed that when I went to Quebec, it's the same thing.
the worst.
It's like, come on.
Spite.
It's like the worst part of the culture to embrace. Like I'm just gonna be like fucking snooty about it. Whatever.
And they don't like us either. With the
I like the French. I like the French. Like I do.
I
just don't like the French that work at the airport.
Some people suck. Yes. Some people suck, and most of those people work at Paris International Airport. I was so frustrated. I tried to go out and like bum a cigarette off of somebody, and it took me like 25 minutes, and everyone was just like had a full pack, and it was like, no.
They just went bleh.
Nah.
That's all they did. They wouldn't even give you. Yeah.
To wrap things up, I think I want to end it on pet peeves. What is the biggest thing that gets on your nerves? If you had to think of one thing right now.
Brandon's green bag. Yeah. It's this running joke where his green, he has this green duffel bag that he uses like a backpack.
Is it neon or something? Or is
No,
it
it's
just
just
a
in the
Timberland
way.
bag.
It's just in the way.
Always in the way, and it became a joke when he left it like in someone else's seat on the airplane, and we would always make the joke like, whose green bag is this? Because obviously it's Brandon's like every time. So this one lady picked it up and was like, whose green bag is this? And we all just started laughing, and then when we got off the plane, the same thing happened. So it was a different green bag. So whose green bag is this? It just
Totally
always.
crazy.
It was in the car on the way here. It was in my way
I guess
Again.
today.
today.
I guess it's just people leaving shit out. Because there's like 8 of us in a bus all the time, and like you leave one thing out, and it's in the way.
Yeah.
If everybody leaves one thing, you just ruin my day. And it's just like Hayden read a book about Buddhism, and one of the big lessons was leave no trace. Like if somebody walks into your room when you're not there, they should be able to look around. It should look like nobody lived in it. Everything should be cleaned up and fine. I was like, oh, that actually kind of makes sense. Like it's just the habit of like continuously doing something and like being cleanly. It was like a lesson that I was like, oh, I can stick with that. Nope, nobody stuck with it. It's just trash all the time. That's my biggest pet peeve for sure.
Okay.
It's just people leaving shit out.
I put my stuff away.
Yeah.
If I don't put my stuff away, I lose it.
I was about to say, you're like defending yourself here.
Yeah, I mean, I always leave stuff out.
Everybody leaves shit out.
Yeah.
Everybody does. It's not just you. There was some
floss.
floss. Sorry, I had to gather my
Whoa,
bearings.
you looked livid
I was
for
like,
a second.
It's
I
still
was
a
so
thing.
mad about the floss.
Wait, you used?
Used floss.
Oh, no.
Sitting on the counter, and I was like, I took a photo and I sent it to the group text. I was like, which one of you was raised by fucking animals? Like, this is disgusting.
Anyone fess up?
Yeah, guess.
no.
Guess who? Guess who it was.
I actually investigated, and I went through and got everyone's dental floss out, and I compared it to the dental floss. Brandon Hoover caught red-handed.
Red fucking handed.
So I put like a Hayden. I put this thing that's like guilty on a piece of paper and put the dental floss there. And then the next day it happened again, and he was in there. And I was like, "Fuck this," and I threw it away. This is this resulted in the biggest fight Brandon Hoover and I've ever had.
It's over
He
the
was
floss.
like, "Don't throw away my shit."
It's this little thing of floss.
You have no right. We had a few drinks, but it was still. It was just like, you had no right. So like, I went in Walmart and bought like 8 of them.
I saw it. I
you
saw him on the
did
counter with a note that said
Yeah,
sorry,
I was like,
and it had
sorry.
like some
That's
floss on
sweet.
it. And then he left it out.
And then he left it out again.
I was gonna start swinging. I swear to God, I wasn't gonna say a word. I was gonna walk in and just.
I know he gets preoccupied in what he's doing. His brain goes a mile a minute, but that's the one thing you can't leave out is the stuff that's been between your teeth.
When he retweets this video, he's gonna see it. He's gonna know.
This is pretty much this whole thing goes out to you.
Don't be a slice of shit, Hoover.
I think those are some beautiful parting
Yeah,
words. Thank you so much for joining me again.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
It is my pleasure. And remember to everyone viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.